everybody.
Hi, everybody. Party started already.
Yeah, we like that. What's up, Augustus, Chris, Alejandro, Bill, Ironherder? Love it. Raphael? Nice. How's everybody doing tonight?
I think I saw Alex in there earlier. Chris. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, there's Gither. Nice.
And Nikita. Thank you for being here. KB.
There we go. Maybe, hopefully, people's notifications work this time or something. I don't know.
Right?
That's great. We're still figuring it out, but we're getting there.
I mean, we put it in. We do all the things we're supposed to do. So glad you guys found us. Glad you guys made the time.
Sorry, Gither. The door was open. We just walked in. Oh.
Cool.
Hey, Tom. All right.
Okay. Oh, I have some Recs are already flowing. Okay, so
We love that.
You guys, welcome to another TuneIn Tuesday. We're very excited about these. It's been a really fun way to interact with you guys more and live. It's even better. Just a reminder before we start our topic, please stay on topic. Our topic tonight is horror and thriller movies. So Greg and I are really excited about that.
Happy Halloween.
Just remember, please stay on topic and be kind in your comments. And if you aren't doing either of those things, then I'm sorry, we're going to have to say goodbye to you tonight. We do have a moderator here. Thank you so much, Nikita, for being here. So yeah.
Love that you brought friends.
Appreciate that. So yeah, we, Greg and I are really, really love horror movies.
I'm a wimp with horror movies. It's a fatal flaw for our channel, but we're going to try to get better about it as we go on. But I blame my brothers. I am one of 6, and I was the baby for a while, but I'm not the baby, so I'm the second baby. And my older brother's idea of fun was to torment me as much as they could, with as much love in their hearts as they could manage. So one of their favorite activities would be to tell me I was about to watch, I don't know, Robin Hood or something, and then it would be they hit play on the VCR, and it would be like the most gory part of Friday the 13th, or the most gory part of, Nightmare on Elm Street. And they would, when I got smart about it, they would start like holding my eyes open and make me watch the stuff. It was bad. So I've never loved. What's that?
That sounds painful.
Yeah, but it was like, it would always end in fighting, so it would become wrestling or whatever. But it was just, it was crazy.
I'm an only. I didn't have to deal with it. Yeah. That's terrible. I mean, I don't have the excuse of siblings forcing me to watch anything. I think I saw horror movies way too young, and it killed me. And the two that stick out in my mind that I saw way too young was Return of the Living Dead, not even the original.
Ooh, okay.
And then in true fashion, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. And been on our channel for a while, you'll sometimes hear that I always end up watching sequels before I watch the originals by complete accident. It's not on purpose. People tell me like, oh, you don't need to see the previous ones because they want to go see the other ones. So anyway, yeah. So that was my experience, and Freddy Krueger really did haunt my dreams, and had a lot of nightmares growing up thanks to Freddy Krueger.
Wow.
And that really destroyed me on horror movies for sure.
Yeah. It was very Clockwork Orangey.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was crazy. I have lots of crazy sibling stories that will come out over the course of movies, because we also all bonded over movies, so there's lots of it. But yeah.
And I've got a good, we'll talk about later and maybe save it for Patreon. I don't know, but a good Robert Englund story. Well, a decent Robert Englund story.
It's a good
maybe.
one. It's a good one. I think so.
Well, maybe we'll save it for later, or we'll see. But Yeah, so this was a voted on Patreon topic. So thank you to our Patreon members who are here tonight who put their input for this topic. So we're going to turn it over. We're reading the comments as we kind of give our backstory on why we hate horror. And thank you so much for putting us through this and trauma. We're trauma bonding tonight. Give it to
I'm
us.
with you. I'm with you, Bill. Now that I've gotten older, it's harder for me to suspend my disbelief for something. So I can go in and kind of turn it off. But yeah, as a kid, it just ruined those slasher movies for me at like the age you should be. Not, I don't know if should is the right word, but you're supposed to be watching those movies. I had wanted nothing to do with them.
I'm just a fraidy cat. I
That's
won't do
okay,
like
KB.
a scary night, like not scary farm and all that kind of stuff. I won't do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hey, Tobiah. Yeah, it depends on the stuff. I mean, some of them are great. I mean, the first slasher movie I remember seeing in the theater was Scream, and that was an accident. I went. We were. I was on a double date. It was like I don't know. It was high school, so it had to be freshman, sophomore year or something. Because I don't think we were driving. Whatever movie we were gonna go see was sold out, and Scream still had tickets. And both the girls we were with wanted to go see Scream, and me and my buddy did not like horror movies. But we had one of those, friend telepathic communications where we just looked at each other. We like can't wimp out. We have to go see this movie. We have to watch this movie and act like we're not scared. And it turned out to be an amazing movie. I had so much fun. But
Scream was the first scary movie that I sat through without too many jump scares and like actually enjoyed it. So I don't know. Gither wants to make me
I know I
be
just saw
excruciating and throw up. So
that.
Alex recommended one. It was like an exorcism, maybe. I don't know. When you get into that kind of stuff that's based on true stories, you're gonna freak me out even more.
Well, that always, yeah. I mean, yeah. We've had jobs where we've had to do stuff in that area, and it's like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. When it gets too real and it
Well,
yeah, no, it'll
as
scare
you
me.
pointed out in the gentleman this week, with the bodies
Oh, with
comment.
the bodies in the
Yeah.
bin and getting, yeah, soaked in
Ooh, Mark of the Devil.
fluids.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What was the first? Oh, horror comedy. I mean, it might have been the scary movies for me. I know Des hasn't seen them. I don't think, or maybe you
I
saw a
think I've
couple
seen
of
at
them.
least I think I saw the first one.
I, if you count The Frighteners as a horror comedy, that might have been my first one, but I don't know if I count that as a horror or a comedy. To be honest, that's just a weird movie
Like a
in the best way.
which one?
The Frighteners. We've talked about it. You haven't seen it, and it might be one we do at some point. It's one of Peter
Okay.
Jackson's first movies with Michael J. Fox, and
Oh, okay. I never
yeah.
saw it, but I'm picturing trailer and images from it right now. Yeah.
Ooh, the Terminator. See, the Terminator. I thought forever, Tom, was a horror movie as a kid. And I didn't want to watch it until I was a teenager, and like Des, I saw T2 before I saw T1, and then I had to go back.
Saw a sequel first.
Nice, you guys are awesome.
I mean the only thing that makes me a little cautious of doing the parodies is like if we do the parodies, I think the parodies are funnier if you know what they're parroting.
Of course, yeah, that's what Bill just said.
So
Bill's
that's
right. Like,
yeah,
we
he's
need to see
right.
some of them.
So before we see those, I'm gonna have to
When a
stop the
Stranger
movies.
Calls is freaky, Alejandro. I agree. I watched that one.
That just sounds no, that just
Oh,
I'm
T.B.R.
already
Schmidt did the Frighteners. Okay, because I don't see a lot of people react to it. I'm never sure how it goes, but that's interesting. I think Des would have fun with that movie, but that movie is I can't say anything without spoiling it. It's
okay, but
just
you said Michael J. Fox?
yeah,
And I'm in. I'm in. Anything he
I
does, I'm
yeah,
in.
it's
I'm in.
great. It's just odd.
I've seen Orca and it pissed me off and terrified me so much because that is my favorite animal or mammal or whatever. I love Orca so much.
I remember that movie. I feel like I might have seen it on TV as a kid, but I don't think I ever have watched it all the way through. Orca, I mean, but that it's hilarious.
remember all of it, but it just pissed me off, and because I really like them, and like Free Willy, like I just broke my
That's
heart.
true. I've warmed up to creature features once I figured out that that was different than a slasher movie as a kid. Like I started to like creature features. Like I love Tremors. I forget you've seen Tremors, right? Or you haven't?
No, but is that's Kevin Bacon?
Yeah,
No, because it was scary. It looked
that's
like it
right.
was gonna scare me, and things were gonna pop out of the sand.
Well, ooh, that might be. That's not really a horror movie, but that might be fun for later. We can put
It's
that up.
a thriller, right? Ish.
Yeah,
I can
it's
call that a thriller.
very. I guess it's a thriller. It's. I think a creature feature is the better way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's not really not scary. It's more. It's more of an action thriller, but it's not
Ooh.
even an act. It's more of a creature feature.
Would you okay, from Iron Herder, would you consider Clockwork Orange horror or thriller, or none of the above?
For
I'd consider it a
me,
mind F.
yeah, that like a lot of Kubrick stuff. For me, it's psychological horror, I guess. But there's a lot in that movie that's hard to watch for obvious reasons and
Yeah.
scary, but also not scary. I don't know how it's kind of sad and like I think Des put it best. It's a mind f.
I I left it I think I saw it too at a younger age, and I just some of it was just too much to really comprehend, and nobody I wasn't and I saw it by myself, so it's like I didn't have a you to, like, talk this through with.
Yeah, Bill, I think I agree with you. I think it is more drama than anything, but it's twisted. But yeah. And I like that, Chris, with creature feature being a subgenre of action adventure. That is a good way to put it.
I think that's a good way of, like
There
so would, like, Predator and Aliens be a creature feature?
Yeah, actually it would, and she hasn't seen Predator. So
I
we've
haven't
been
seen
talking
Predator.
about getting into that franchise. Because I've only seen the first two Predators. I feel like I saw one of the Alien vs. Predators, didn't see the other, and then I definitely didn't see the last two, Prey and whatever the one Shane Black is, or did. I didn't see those. Um, but Predator might be fun. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and if you
Japanese
got,
horror movies?
oh, those, yeah, they are a different level. Gremlin, you've seen both Gremlins, right, Des?
W is the yes, but is the second just goes off into a total comedic jump.
Yeah, the
Like,
second
they just
is,
seem yeah, the
yeah,
second is just don't they do a line dance or something, or like a
that's great,
the
Gither,
greatest
and I
stuff, yeah.
agree. Yeah, oh, there's so much crazy in it. But if you guys in the chat are looking for an underrated Halloween creature feature to watch over the weekend, let me recommend an Irish horror comedy called Grabbers that was written by one of my friends, and it is fantastic. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon and it's pretty cheap, but it's called Grabbers and it's very Tremors inspired. What's ooh, the second was a middle finger. Oh, okay.
I feel like with some horror movies, getting back to that, if the further back we go, it it makes me a little nervous to watch some of them because watching it in the lens of, like, 2024, I actually think I don't want to for people who are genuinely terrified, I don't know if I would genuinely be terrified because I think of it like The Thing.
Yeah,
We watched The Thing, as you guys know, it got destroyed, so we don't have it. But it's no audio on The Thing, but I didn't jump scare as much as we thought, and I didn't get freaked out as much as I thought.
same. I was the
So
same. I thought I was going to get way more freaked out, and I didn't. I had way more fun looking at the effects and how they did it
right.
than being grossed out by them. I mean, some of them were very gross, but they were also very cool. And
Oh, the changeling, that just sounds that does
yeah,
sound
that
terrifying.
sounds terrifying.
Mhm.
Oh, the Casper plushie. Oh no, thank you.
Mm,
No, I didn't know you wrote Tremors 8. That's awesome. They need to. I feel like they need to
yeah.
go back to it, especially with Dune being a hit now, and they got everybody talking about sandworms.
Yeah, I didn't freak out in The Thing as much, and I don't think I got as disgusted in certain parts as I thought I might, right?
I think it's because we both were in our own heads about it. We were dreading watching it.
We thought it was gonna I think, yeah, I think we just had it played up so much worse in our heads that I was actually surprised that they were showing it so much. So I think it did do like a lot of like, but not like
Yeah. You
completely
sunk
freaked out.
into your chair a lot
I
more.
did.
Yeah.
Actually, at one point I didn't say this, but it kind of reminded me of the pizza blob in oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? Spaceballs.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me of that. The
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt or Pizza the Hut. Yeah.
So
Ooh.
which Dune though? The Is Dune 2 the new Dune 2? Because didn't they do another is
I
so
think no,
only
there's only
Dune is the okay.
one Dune from the 80s. I think it
Oh,
was the
okay.
80s.
Okay.
Um, the Descent I have seen. That was terrifying. I went in because I like to scuba dive, and I went in thinking it was going to be kind of fun, and it was terrifying. I should
Oh,
have known better.
that kind of stuff freaks me out. And I don't
Yeah.
think I'm claustrophobic when you see that on screen. Like I've never seen that movie with Ryan Reynolds that in the he's buried except for like the last 3 minutes of the movie and just terrified.
Yeah. I think it was called Buried, wasn't it? I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
I remember
That
seeing it in the
yeah.
theater and freaking out. Like that. Oh, Witches of Eastwick terrified me as a little kid because I thought it was a kids movie and it was not.
Which one
But
is that? Is that the one with is Jack Nicholson in that one?
yeah,
And it's 3 really famous people that I thought that was a comedy.
same. As a little kid, though, it's not, but it's fun. I mean, it is. As you get older, it is fun. Don't get me wrong. But as a little kid, I saw that thinking it was going to be a fun movie. It was like I forget what that other witch movie is. As a kid, that freaked me out. Where like they turn the kids into rats,
Oh,
but like,
Witches.
is it the witches? Yeah,
That's the
like
Witches with why am I blanking on everybody's name right now? Yeah.
exactly,
I was
Tom. That just shows you what my house was like. Literally, the first album I owned was Eddie Murphy Raw because my brother gave it to me. And yeah, it was an album because I'm old. Like
yes.
the first movie I saw was Beverly Hills Cop because it was rated R. And like it's just crazy. Angelica Houston. Yeah, that's right.
Angelica Houston. Yeah,
Yeah,
that terrified me.
it did.
It was like the
I
doll
think it
that
is
like
Raphael. I think
yeah.
it is called Buried. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much of the witches now, but I remember being scared more than I think I wanted to admit as a little kid in front of his brothers.
So KB, this is your forte because you
I love
your
it.
list is amazing. I knew where you were going with that, Bill.
Yep.
I saw that.
I mean, Hocus Pocus, you got to give Disney credit for Hocus Pocus. I mean, that movie, they open killing a kid. And then the sequel, they celebrate it, the one that just came out. It was wild to me because I saw Hocus Pocus. I didn't see it like when it came out. Like, so I saw it older and I was like, there's no way they're about to kill this kid in the beginning. They totally killed that little girl. Oh, did they remake The Witches? That's probably even more terrifying with what they can do. Ooh, Alien would be a good one to see in the theater.
But I am glad I did not.
Yeah, exactly. Disney usually kills the parents, and this one they totally killed. I think it was a little girl, if I remember right. But
Okay, Alex, should I watch the first Saw if I know the ending? Have you seen Saw?
I have.
Okay,
I
I
did
know
not
the
care
answer.
for it. I mean,
So
I
here's
don't get me wrong. I liked the first Saw, but then it got all the what was that? The early mid aughts, all the torture porn stuff. I couldn't. The Eli Roth kind of stuff. I couldn't get into.
I got in the habit of well, one going to film school and then being in the industry and stuff, people would talk about stuff all the time. So you kind of would learn even if you didn't see it what happened because you just can't go that long without seeing it. But then sometimes, specifically with horror movies, I would go and just read the basic summary or plot just so I would know what happened and not overthink and terrify myself more. Like I got halfway through the Blair Witch Project on a it was like a pirated version on somebody's little computer in college and we're watching it from like a distance and something crapped out halfway through. So for years, I didn't know what happened.
Oh, what? You still did you finally see the ending?
No, I never saw it, but I had to read
Oh,
about it because I was like,
okay.
"What happened?"
Oh, wow. Okay. That's right. I do remember you telling me that now. I I remember going to see Blair Witch in the theater with one of my brothers, and we were laughing because think I don't know. Either way, it was a sold out. It had to be opening night, packed theater. It was late show, so it was a young audience, and everybody around us was talking about how this movie was real because that was the marketing. They marketed it as like found footage, and like there hadn't been a lot of found footage, and the internet
Right.
was trying to blow it up as real. And like I couldn't fathom that people actually thought they were about to watch a real movie. But I mean, they were all teenagers and 20 somethings or whatever. Every one of them was talking like it was real, and then walking out of the theater was the funniest thing. Like just listening to them being like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "It's crazy."
So, have you seen the articles lately that have come out with the original cast and stuff that they've been talking about with the film and how they were treated by the
I
studio and producers?
I haven't heard the new stuff. I heard the stuff that happened at the time because it was inspirational as people wanted to get into the
Yeah.
business because they made it on their own. So I remember a lot of the horror stories from the production and from that. But no, what was there
I
anything
mean,
interesting?
we'll go into it deeper another time because I wanna stay talking about these other movies, but, yeah, I mean,
Thank you,
they
Chris.
basically couldn't really act. Like, they were actors, and they couldn't go and act in other things because they wanted to build this facade of it being so real. It
Yeah,
really changed their and a movie like that couldn't be made today with, like, the way social media is and everything, so,
mhm.
but
No,
anyway.
the word of mouth was real. Like I said, I couldn't believe the marketing actually worked because I was old enough at the time to understand the marketing of it a little bit, and I was just like, wow, this no one's really going to believe that, but they did.
Yeah, Alex, I heard that too, like, a lot of people saying they were motion sick. I was very far away from the TV, or computer screen, so I didn't, but, because I was watching, like
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Live and die in L.A.
and you said another one with Kurt Russell. I'll watch something else with Kurt
You've
Russell.
seen the Escape from New York and Escape from L.A., right? Or no? With Kurt Russell.
I feel like I've seen bits of Escape from LA. That's when does technically is LA not attached to California at that point?
Yeah, I don't want to say anything in case, but
I
yeah,
know, okay.
you've definitely seen
I
parts.
saw parts of it, so, but
Okay. Yeah, we are going to do more John Carpenter because we have to do Big Trouble in Little China.
I've never seen Halloween, which and it's a few days away. I've never seen it, but I know enough of it thanks to Scream and other things, but I did see Halloween H2O.
Oh, Hateful Eight. That's actually one Tarantino I have not seen. I haven't seen Hateful Eight, and Des hasn't seen Jackie Brown, so maybe we need to double dip. Did you
Ooh.
see Hateful Eight, or did you not see that?
Is that a horror?
No, no, no. It's not a horror. It was Tarantino.
I love how this horror thriller category has just, like, gone off to creature features,
Yeah.
pretty scary movies, but, like, now we're talking about actors we like, so, like, let's do that, yeah. Oh,
Agreed, Roy. Yeah, Big Trouble. She needs to see it. Duel is great. That is a good call too, Nikita. Ooh, the extended cut. Okay.
The
Well,
Grudge. Oh, freaking isn't that, like, in line with The Ring?
yeah, I always confuse the Grudge and the Ring, but aren't they both like ported Japanese horror to America kind of thing?
I think so. Thanks, Augustus, if you're peacing out. See you next time.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Have a great night, dude.
I
Mal.
have seen Malice.
Yeah.
See, those kind of movies, I can kind of watch with, like, a twist and you gotta figure it out, kind of like it's scary like that. I think it was, like, Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I can I can do those.
Okay.
I'm still gonna jump a little bit.
The Da Vinci Code can be scary for sure.
Yes, it can. There were some parts of the end of that, was very terrifying.
Yeah. Well, Paul Bettany's whole thing is scary.
Oh, yeah, no,
I
no.
feel like
Mm-mm.
I've seen The Cell because I don't know if I ever watched it in full, but that's one of those movies that I would always stop when I was like flipping around channels on HBO because it was Vince Vaughn, and I can't remember anything about the movie other than it's like weird alternate reality or going into someone's. It's almost like Inception before Inception, if I remember, but not something like that. That's right. J Lo was in it.
Oh, I thought all I saw was It, and I'm like, "Nope, don't wanna do that one, mm-mm."
Yeah, we've already talked. We're not going to do it.
I
I
can't
read it. That's enough for me.
I can't believe you read it. I've seen enough of the 80 it was a TV miniseries, right?
Correct. And that was another one that my brothers would torture me with. And I
I've
thought,
seen
oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
I've seen enough bits of it to freaking jump out of my skin. I hate clowns now because of that. Obviously, that's for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. It just, yeah, not for me. I read the book thinking it would make the stuff when my brothers showed it to me less scary. It did the opposite.
I think that would be worse.
It was way worse.
I think
It was way worse.
reading sometimes is worse to me than what you see on the screen because what you imagine is
Yeah.
10 times scarier. Starry
Yeah,
eyes.
exactly right. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Trying to think what other classic horror movies. Well, yeah, Halloween we've talked about. Maybe we'll, if you can hold off Halloween, maybe we will do that next year for spooky season because it is one I've never seen in full, and I do like
Halloween.
John Carpenter. What's that?
Okay, but did you just see the bit, there Patton Oswalt put a bit on his Instagram about how he
Agreed,
watched it
Iron
with his
Burger.
daughter. He watched Halloween with his daughter, the original version, and she thought it was the best comedy of the year.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah. Ooh, The Prowler, why do I this
The
okay,
Omen. I've seen both, Bill.
when you start getting into that religious stuff, it freaks me out so much. Rosemary's Baby, I know a little bit about it enough that it completely creeps me out. Ugh.
Chris, we are going to be releasing Spider-Man this week across the Spider-Verse. It was supposed to come out last week. I got behind and had to drop a gentleman instead. And then we are filming this weekend. We are refilming Hot Fuzz, and we are
Hopefully, yeah.
yeah, and we are hopefully doing World's End as well. So we're going to knock out both the last two of the Cornetto trilogy, and
The
possibly a surprise one.
the Hitcher?
The Hitcher, I definitely have seen that one on cable many times, and that's terrifying. You would not like that one, I don't think. You
I mean, I
probably have
would
seen
like
scenes because it's one of those things that was parodied a lot too in other stuff, like in the
I feel
'90s.
like I know about Society. I feel like I've maybe seen bits of that.
See you, Chris. Have a great week.
Um,
Society does sound familiar, but I don't know if I've seen it.
I don't know, I'm very, like, we're gonna have to plan some daytime shoots. Um,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Dead and Buried. Oh, that just sounds like a lovely movie, KB.
I'm trying to think of
See,
what
even
other
there are certain Twilight episodes that used to freak me out as a kid too.
the Twilight Zone show.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. What about Black Mirror? Some of those are. Some of
You
those.
think I watched those?
You haven't seen any of them. Okay,
Haven't seen any Black Mirror.
all right. Some
Yeah,
of them are
Twilight the
fun.
movie with the airplane and the thing on the airplane. I know about that bit.
Yeah, that's Shatner, right? I'm pretty sure that Shatner is the one. There's someone on the plane or someone on the wing. I think he's the actor.
Oh, why did I think it was Kelsey Grammer?
Maybe I'm wrong because I've never
I
seen
don't
it,
know.
but in my
I'm
head it
probably
was always
wrong too.
Shatner.
Love at First Bite with George Oh, I think I remember that movie poster.
I definitely remember that movie poster. I don't think I saw it, and then because I used to always confuse it with the one Jim Carrey did before he was Jim Carrey. Once Bitten, I think that was called with Jim Carrey.
I definitely remember Once Bitten. I don't remember who was in it.
Thank you, Bill. I knew it. In my head it was Shatner, but yeah. Okay, thank you, Roy.
Ugh.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I can't remember that Jim Carrey movie. I just remember people. It was like, I don't know, some sort of horror comedy. Is it funny? Okay. I remember seeing the poster, and I remember seeing it before I knew who Jim Carrey was, and then starting to watch Mad TV and being like, I think that's that dude in that movie I never watched. That's always on HBO. Oh, I love the Cable Guy, but
The
you've seen the Cable
invitation.
Guy.
The invitation. Wait, what was the invitation? Dinner party. I feel like I remember seeing something about that, but not in the movie.
Let the Right One In is great, Gither. I haven't seen Troll Hunter, but I've heard of it. But Let the Right One In, I've seen a couple times. I think Des can handle that one.
Is Parasite? That's the one that won the Oscar a couple years ago. That's thriller horror, right?
Yeah, I never saw it either. I don't even know what it's about.
Alex, that is a classic movie. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is amazing.
Still,
Classic.
one of the
Still.
best on-screen deaths ever in cinematic history is in that movie, and it's definitely Paul Rubens. May he rest in peace. I'm still laughing over that.
Oh, it was great.
Ooh, it's a thriller. Okay, thank you, Nikita.
Wait, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, or is it Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because I remember that to me, Are You Afraid of the Dark, the Nickelodeon show, was my scary TV show. That was what I used to watch. But okay, so okay.
I did not watch it but
Okay.
it's been
But it's
on around recently. Don't be afraid of the dark.
interesting.
It
Yeah.
was the same for me with like Goosebumps. I was too old for Goosebumps, so I didn't get into Goosebumps. But now I know it's everywhere.
Well, Goosebumps, the TV show, I think was more comedic. It was like a Saturday morning thing, at least in the
Okay.
US. So,
Okay. But it was
but I
books,
don't.
right?
But it was books, and I think the
Okay.
books were a bit scarier.
Ooh. Yeah, Seven's tough for me, KB. I have seen Seven.
Oh, with Brad Pitt?
It's a great movie. It's a movie I'd never care to see again,
Yeah.
but it's great.
I saw it too young
Love So I
also.
Married an Axe Murderer. Bill, that's why we get along. We have the same sense of humor.
I saw that too young.
What?
So I think something 7.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm staying on thriller or horror, but
Okay, sorry.
Pan's Labyrinth, I have not.
I have not seen that
Is
either.
that
I
with
know
like
that's Guillermo, right? Del
is that
Toro?
with like Muppets-ish? Could
No.
that be Creature? No, it's not. Okay, never mind.
But well, I shouldn't say it because I know
Don't
I've
say,
seen
yeah.
clips and images, but I've never seen the movie, and I know it's supposed to be great. Does that need to go on our list, Get there? Is that what that is? Iron Herder. I haven't seen the original, but I've seen the remake with uh, Albert Brooks and
Oh,
Michael Douglas.
I was too scared to watch Cape Fear, but I feel like is that one with Juliette Lewis too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen it. I know Robert De Niro is like psychotic in it. Somebody's psychotic, and I forget which one of them is
Yes.
psychotic, but
It's
yeah.
Scorsese.
Okay, so
Um.
I've
Ooh.
never seen
Okay.
it.
All right.
So
Vampire in Brooklyn. I have seen. I love Vampire in Brooklyn. Thank you, Nikita. We're gonna have to add Pan's Labyrinth, I think, because I know that is
okay.
one that people like, and I haven't seen it. It's a good excuse to see it, and if you haven't seen it,
So I
it's
think what
so.
we're learning from the chat tonight is then we have to do like a parody topic night.
Yes, we definitely do.
There are some very the original Cape Fear was Robert
Yeah,
Mitchum.
Gither. Like There wasn't a reason I avoided it other than I didn't go to Pan's Labyrinth when it was out, and I was waiting to like catch it on cable, and I just never did. And then it became one of those things where I was like, I'm going to watch it, and I've never seen it. But that's why this channel is great, because now we get to do it.
Mm. I remember
I know. Get there.
seeing
It's terrible. That's my one thing is I do know a lot about it because of that, but I haven't seen it, so it's tough. I might have even read the script, to be honest with you, but I can't remember if I did.
I remember seeing Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I feel like I saw parts of it, and I don't know if I saw it beginning to end because I think when it was playing, I was getting terrified and I kept leaving the room because I didn't see it in the theater.
That's the one with Oldman, right? I think it's Gary
Is it?
Oldman and Winona Ryder,
It's
and
Winona
is it
and Keanu
Keanu?
Reeves.
Isn't
It's
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves in
Reeves.
it?
Yeah, because there's a big joke about how they were all in that movie and none of them have seemed to age very much since then.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Hannibal movies. Okay, so I have never seen Silence of the Lambs, but it's one of those where I've seen a couple of scenes and I know the ending. I know, and I had to
I
learn because do you remember were you at the Halloween party where I had the band?
Yeah. No.
So
I wasn't, but yeah.
so the band was called it puts the lotion in the basket, and in order to request a song from the band, you had to put lotion in the basket, and I had never seen the movie, and my friend who was in the band had to explain it to me.
Yeah. I Red Dragon. I've seen both of them. I agree with you, Bill. If that might be one we'll have to see, because I feel like you know everything about Silence of the Lambs, so I don't know how effective it would be. But
That's the
Red
thing is
Dragon, you don't, and that might be fun.
I
But
don't even know what that is.
it's in that universe. Um, yeah, it is. It is disturbing. It is a rite of passage. We'll talk. We'll think about it. Misery's one I have seen.
Me too.
Um,
Me too. I
a
have seen Misery.
big Kathy Bates fan.
Oh, yeah. But oh,
Oh, it's tough, but it's great.
and that's who is it? It was Caan, right?
Yeah.
James Caan. Yeah.
And it's Meathead directed it. I forget his Rob Reiner. That was his character's name, right? I never watched the show, but I'm pretty sure that was his character's name.
Which show?
Rob Reiner, wasn't he on the Archie Bunker, All in the Family?
Yeah, but that wasn't his actual name.
Oh, I thought that was his character's name. I thought he was called
No.
Meathead. That's just what
I
Archie
mean, I'm
called
sure
him?
that's what Archie called him all the time, but oh my
Okay.
gosh. The
That's
colors.
hilarious.
Oh gosh, no.
Ooh. I like a good Nick Cage. There was a Nick Cage. There are a couple Nick Cage movies that I have not seen that we need to see,
Yeah.
including the most recent one. I don't know if it's the most recent one, but the one that everybody liked, that came out. I think Pedro Pascal's in it
Yeah.
with him.
Love him. Yeah.
It has a really long title that I'm forgetting, but either way, people said it was great. It came out last year, maybe the year before.
Yeah. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors.
Love
We
Little
talked
Shop.
about doing that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So okay.
Ooh.
I think we have quite the list. No, that name, I don't like that name already.
I've seen a lot of people are saying that's a Halloween costume this year, so that's scary for me, long legs. But Ghost
Mm,
Rider, I actually have never seen it in full, but
Is that
I
Nick
feel like
Cage?
enough of it. Yeah.
I haven't
I've
seen it.
it's a Marvel. And apparently he was supposed to be in Deadpool and Wolverine, but all the way up until the last second, and then they had to cut it.
Ooh,
So
From Dusk Till Dawn.
that is kind of a Tarantino movie, but yeah, I've never seen it, or I mean, I have seen it, but I don't think you have. But
No,
that would be fun. It's Clooney.
I have not. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Hitchcock is I've seen Rear Window is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I mean, The Birds. Since we're talking about horror, that was great. I like North by Northwest. I like Vertigo. Unbearable. Thank you. That's it, KB. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's the one. And apparently it's
That's
supposed to
him
be
and
really fun.
Pedro, right?
Yeah.
Pedro's in that one too, and they always cut that scene. I see that scene a lot
That
on
GIF,
social.
that
Yeah.
meme. Yeah, I see that all the time. So I'm very, very like one that maybe we should think about doing at some point, because I don't know if anybody else has done it. I'm sure they have, but I don't know how it does or anything. Yeah, we've been talking about, people have been asking for Daredevil since we talked about it in Deadpool. That is one that I've never seen, the Ben Affleck ones. You have, right? So
There's only
maybe,
one.
no, there's only one. Why do I
There's
think
only
he
one,
did
and
two of
then
those? Then there's
because then
Electra as a separate one.
there's Electra separate. Yeah.
So I haven't seen either one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that. There's someone's angry outside. What? Awesome.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Because now we're gonna have to like watch some horror movies. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, next week we'll be back to topics that we like.
Yeah, we'll let you know what the topic is. Actually, since we have everybody here, just a quick question. So, those of you who are joining us that are in the States, next Tuesday is actually election night. So, we were playing with the idea of maybe moving the TuneIn Tuesday, either take a pause next week or moving it to possibly later on Monday or Wednesday, just because we know people may still be voting in person or they want to follow along with all of the updates that are happening live. So, don't know who's still on here from the States, who would tune in and not, but if you guys would let us know if you're okay with like an adjustment to Monday or Wednesday, and we'll let you guys know by
we'll
end
put
of
up a
day
poll
tomorrow.
or something in community.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So just since this seems to
Hey,
be like a lot of
Kentucky.
people that are tuning in.
If we do
Right.
that, see, Bill, that's what we were worried about would happen on election night. But you're right. It's either, we don't want anything to be hijacked either way. We want to talk about our stuff and hang out with you guys. But it's not our first, Robert, but we're trying to do this. We are doing this regularly now. It's maybe our third, fourth. I don't know.
It's our fourth, but it's like I think our third Tuesday. Yeah, we did a random one.
I'm with you, KB, and I'm sorry because you're in a state that's probably bombarded by ads all the time.
I'm just really excited for the text messages to stop.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I already sent in mine, but I know that some people do like to go in person and follow along. And plus, like, it's so funny. Like, there's definitely some celebrity politic people that pop up during this time that people just love, that come out during this time. The analytic guy from one of those channels. Anyway,
check out our short today, Robert, and you'll see which one of us is really into Halloween and which isn't. But hey, Chris, you're back. I love it.
I used to,
and I love Kentucky.
Yeah, I used to have an annual Halloween party. We might have a surprise post on Thursday about that, but
we will, and I'm scared.
I used to have them all the time. So
I'm a big Halloween fan in general, but it's been a while since I've been dressing up for it or anything like that. But I do love a good Halloween party. I as a kid, I loved going trick-or-treating and all the fun with it. My family, I have so many weird family stories, but my family loved to celebrate Halloween and they loved to torment us with it in fun ways, unlike my brothers. But
Bill,
have I ever told you any of those? What's that?
Bill, you matter.
Yes, you do. You matter, Bill. Everybody in this chat matters. We love you all. You guys are awesome. This has been great tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll probably move to maybe Monday next week to get that out, but we'll let you guys know tomorrow and we'll post that. So
yes, I am gonna be here editing to get our release out for this week. And I can't wait. And then we're getting, like I said, we're going to re-record Hot Fuzz, and we're going to do The World's End. I'm very excited to do both of those as well, to edit and to see Dez's reaction to them, because I think she's going to have fun. But all right, so with that,
we have
we are
not.
going.
I
We have
haven't
not
seen
seen
Smile 1, so therefore I will not be seeing Smile. Actually, you know what? I
Yeah,
would probably see Smile 2 before I saw Smile 1. So,
that is
I
very
mean,
true.
that would just be total on par with what I do.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we went over tonight, guys. So, thanks so much. We will go ahead and post our next topic and date for you guys. Again, it won't be next Tuesday. I think
Yes.
we're gonna steer away from next Tuesday, but then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled Tuesdays after that. So, okay,
Awesome.
thanks
Thank you,
for.
guys.
I think
We'll talk
Chris,
to you
thanks for
soon.
bringing friends. We appreciate it. Thank you, Nikita, for moderating.
Yes. And if you
It's
haven't,
so
check out the
fun.
short that Des
Yeah.
made, because it's great. And she had fun with it.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.